So, good evening, everyone. This is Jasmeet Bhatia from Landmark Immigration, and today we have a very special guest with us, Mr. Eric Walker from Lambton College. So, it's good morning there. So, good morning, Eric. How are you?
Good evening, Jasmine. I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. So there is a lot of pressure right now for applications. As you know, you're representing an important college which is quite famous in India.
Yes, I am. Yes, Lambton College, I've heard, is quite well known in India, and I'm very excited to hopefully provide some new information to some students. I'm not sure if maybe too we have some students who are already have offer letters to Lambton, or maybe some students haven't even heard of Lambton yet. So I'm excited to give them some more information.
Yeah, that's great. So, would you like to give us some presentation for Lambton College, Eric?
Yes, absolutely. So I'll give a about 10-15 minute presentation, and then I see you have a live call line here, so we'll answer some questions after that as well.
Sure, sure, sure.
Okay, so give me,
So, so I will ask my team to share your screen if you are sharing.
yeah. Okay, I've got my share screen in there, so they should just have to add it into the stream.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so you can see that that YouTube channel page there right now.
yes, yes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I know we're live streaming here on YouTube as well. It's something Lambton College has been getting into, as well as just creating content. I think personally, for students who are thinking about coming to Lambton College, that the YouTube channel is one of the greatest resources that we have. We have videos on there from faculty talking about many of our different programs. We have videos from students who will talk about things like finding a job, finding housing, more information on the programs, and just more info on the campuses as well. So it really brings the college to life and then kind of lets you see a little behind the scenes of what it will be like when you actually come to Lambton and are a student here. Another great resource I like to talk about at the start is the Instagram page. So Lambton_international. So on here too, we'll post when our new intakes are opening, any new program information, and then as well as informational videos, again, like our YouTube channel from students on things like finding a job, finding housing in Toronto, Sarnia, Mississauga, across all three study locations. And then this brings me into Lambton College. So I'll start off by saying Lambton does have three different study locations. I just mentioned them all: Toronto, Mississauga, and Sarnia. So you can see on a map of all of Canada, they're actually all pretty close together and tucked in down in southern Ontario. So Toronto, obviously, one of the, I would say, most recognizable cities in the world. And to about half an hour's drive west of it, you have Mississauga, and then about 2.5 hours west of there, you get to Sarnia, where I'm coming to you from today. So I will tell everyone listening right now, our Mississauga campus for the September 2022 intake is already full, so all the seats are filled. If you do have an offer letter already to our Mississauga campus, now is the time to make sure you make your payment before that deadline, because we have a limited amount of seats, and the demand has been very high. So if you do have an offer letter, make sure you make your payment in time so that your offer letter stays valid. The same thing in Toronto. The September 2022 intake has already filled up. So again, if you have an offer letter, make sure to get your payment in by the deadline. And if you were, only hoping to go to the Toronto or Mississauga campus, the next intake that will be open is January 2023. But that one still won't be opening for a bit. So, maybe early March is when we expect that to open by. The good news is, though, for the September 22 intake is that we do still have seats available in Sarnia. So Sarnia is our main campus. It's our largest campus. Sometimes I think students think because it's not as big of a city as Toronto or Mississauga that we might not take as many students here. But you can see right here, the Sarnia campus is home to over 2,000 international students, and it does boast a 96% graduate satisfaction rate. So the students who do graduate from Sarnia are doing well with the educations that they've gotten here. A little bit more about Sarnia as well. So again, I said I've lived in Sarnia now for quite a while. It's a small town of about 80,000 people. Very, very nice, peaceful, quiet, safe. Again, home to our largest campus. And I'll go a little bit more into the campus facilities that we do have in Sarnia in a second here, but I'll just tell you a little bit more about Sarnia still. It is home to Ontario's largest petrochemical complex. So these are companies like Shell, ExxonMobil, Nova Chemicals. So the petrochemical complex is the biggest in all of North America. They call it Chemical Valley, and it is one of the greatest employers of Lambton College students. So the Sarnia campus has a bit of a focus on science, engineering programs, chemistry programs, because these are the types of programs that students are taking and getting hired at these facilities, as well as even in the business side of it. So there's a lot of opportunity there as well, and these are again high paying, great jobs to graduate with. A lot of students sometimes are a little concerned about the opportunities for part-time employment in Sarnia. As at least from what we've been seeing recently, it really hasn't been an issue for students to find part-time work. You go all over Sarnia right now. I think it maybe is just Canada wide. We do have a bit of a labor shortage, so lots of opportunities across retail, restaurants, fast food, even on campus as well. We have some opportunities for students to get part-time employment for while they're studying. I mean, I go everywhere in Sarnia. I see lots of our international students working throughout the community. It's awesome. Sarnia is one of the top five most affordable cities in Ontario. So I know price can be sometimes a bit of a sensitive point for some students. And if you're looking to save some money on living costs, then studying in a city like Sarnia versus a Toronto or a bigger city closer to the GTA, studying in Sarnia is going to provide you with some savings on cost of rent, cost of transportation, that sort of thing. And you can see here, this picture is of the St. Clair River. That's the Blue Water Bridge in the background that goes over into the United States. St. Clair River flows out into Lake Huron, which is one of the 5 Great Lakes, and in the summertime, and there are beautiful beaches all along it. So when you're in Sarnia, you're never really more than 5 minutes from a beach. And in the summer, it's quite nice to go down there and go for a swim and relax on the beach.
So small cities are always better. I have always suggested students to go to small cities, and because they will save a lot of time on travel also, when they're
Yes.
traveling from college to their accommodation or accommodation to their part-time job place. So they will save a lot of time on their travels.
Oh, for sure. They'll save tons of time. It's just, I mean, when you live in a big city, sometimes even running a small errand can be a big deal.
Yeah.
Like just getting around can be such a hassle, and there's so much traffic. So here in Sarnia, if I ever need to do anything, it's like 5-10 minute drive maximum to pretty much anything I would need in Sarnia. So you feel more a part of the community too sometimes in the smaller cities. So it's nice. I think a lot of students who come to Sarnia are very pleasantly surprised with what life is like living here. I've talked to some students, and they're all like, I didn't think it would be this nice." This is
But from here, they think that Toronto and GTA area is like they want to come to the biggest place, but
Yeah,
they
they
don't
think,
know the pros and cons. Yeah.
yeah, it is pros and cons. There are pros and cons to both for sure.
Yeah.
These pictures here are from our Sarnia campus. So these are the brand new athletics and fitness complex. You can see here up in the top right, our brand new gym with a Lambton Lions basketball game taking place. Down below is our brand new fitness center as well, fitness complex. So if you like going to the gym and working out, we've got all the newest and greatest equipment, and everything's very well maintained and taken care of. So again, this was, I think, just over the past couple of years that this project was finished up. We've also added the Nova Chemicals Health and Research Center. So Nova Chemicals is one of those petrochemical companies I was talking about earlier that has a major plant outside of Sarnia. So they do a lot of work with Lambton College and have provided us with generous donations to help improve our facilities. So here you can see we have three excellent pharmacy labs that we use in our pharmaceutical technologist program, our paramedic program down in the bottom right, and some nursing labs as well in these pictures. Our Center of Excellence in Energy and Bioindustrial Technologies. So again, this is a lot for our sciences and engineering students. So you can see some of the equipment, world-class equipment that they're going to be working on. Even this equipment here is based on what they're actually going to be using when they get on the job. So it really prepares students, I think, to have the exact skills that they're going to need studying in these areas, so that when they graduate, they are able to gain employment and know exactly kind of what they're going to need to do when they get there. So connect the co-op and career. We do place a heavy focus on making sure that our programs have a co-op option. So 34, which I believe is most of our programs, do carry a co-op option with them. We invest a lot in making sure that our students are able to find employment with these co-ops. So most of the time they take place in the fourth and final semester of a student's studies. And this is because during your co-op, you're sort of auditioning to become a full-time employee for those companies. So
Mostly the co-ops are paid, Eric. They're paid always.
the co-ops can be paid. Yes, it's sort of I don't know what the exact percent would be. Maybe 60% paid, 40% unpaid. It's up to the student a lot of time to find the companies that do offer the paid co-ops, because there are a lot that offer unpaid co-ops. So
Yeah.
again, yeah, they can be paid. They might not be paid, but as I'll show earlier as well, we don't have any co-op fee at Lambton College associated with the co-op semester. So if it is unpaid, it's not like they really are worrying as much about tuition costs. So a lot of our students do actually get hired from their co-op to full-time at that company after their co-op is complete, because it's in the final semester, so they don't have to come back to Lambton and do any more studies. Oh, excuse me. The Enactus Lambton is a team that we have, a club. It is a global entrepreneurial kind of case competition that students can sign up for. I think it's a really great program because they do go around and travel and perform. They present in front of professionals from many different industries. So it's a great thing to add to your Canadian resume if you don't have anything yet, as well as to meet, industry professionals and network and other students, get involved in the school. So Lambton has a trophy case full of Enactus titles, and I believe we were the first Ontario college to win a national and global Enactus competition. So if you do have anybody come up to you and ask you to join Enactus, I do think it's a great opportunity for our international students. I would recommend that to them very much to join. Lambton College has been ranked now for 2 years, I believe, the #1 college in Ontario for applied research. So what this means is that we have, the best labs, the best equipment, excellent faculty, research opportunities for students. So it's something that we've really, put a lot of focus into, is trying to remain #1 at this because of the overall benefits that it's been having for the college. Research opportunities can be really amazing for students, and I think it's important, if we can stay at #1 and keep providing students with more opportunities to gain experience on campus, then we should keep doing that. And then I'll just compare costs here too. So Lambton College, again, we focus on providing the best value for students, and I think that's really been working for us. So this is a cost comparison of two of the same program. It's an international business management program. So we have the one from Lambton College, and then one from, we won't name it, but it's another public college in Toronto. So in this case, the program is 2 years at both colleges. They're both located in Toronto. The credential that you get at the end in both cases is a graduate certificate. The Lambton College program offers the co-op semester, while the other public college does not. And the final tuition cost is just over 25,000 Canadian dollars for Lambton and just over 40,000 Canadian dollars for the other public college. So the savings are almost 15,000 Canadian dollars, which, I mean, to me, that's incredibly significant. That is like,
That's like 2 years accommodation cost, I think so.
yes, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, I was gonna say at least 1 year's living expenses, possibly even 2 years living expenses. So um, we want to provide the best value to students. I think it's been working for us. You can just see by the demand for our programs. Like I was mentioning earlier, we've already completely filled our seats for Toronto and Mississauga for the fall. And Sarnia, I think will fill relatively soon. So again, making sure students, we can focus on providing the best value so that the best students want to come here, and then they graduate, they do well in their fields, and then they get back the good. We get back the good employer satisfaction reports. So then they're more likely to hire Lincoln College students, and it all just kind of benefits us and the student as well to have a lower tuition cost in comparison to most other colleges. And the other thing that we focus on too is transparency of our costs. So if you do go to our website and you have a program that you're interested in, you can go to the left-hand side of the screen for the program page, and you'll find a cost tab. And on there, you can see the cost for each individual semester. So in this case, again, it's international business, just over $21,000 on this cost here. And you can see in the fourth semester, the $0, that would be a co-op semester where we don't charge any fees. So scholarships as well. There's great opportunities for scholarships right now at our Sarnia campus. And when you do qualify for a scholarship, it will just show up. You don't have to fill out any application forms or anything. As long as you meet the 6.5 minimum IELTS requirement, the $3,000 entrance scholarship will come right off on your offer letter. So if you go to, and I'll go over this a little bit more as well. If you go to lambtoncollege.ca/scholarships, you can see all of the programs at our Sarnia campus that qualify for the $3,000 entrance scholarship. Again, it's another, you take that onto a $22,000 program, and now your total cost for the full 2 years is less than $20,000. So these entrance scholarships, I think, are a great way to, again, save some more money on a program. So here are some of our programs, or all of our programs really, that do have the scholarship. So these are the only ones that have it at a diploma program level. We have business, chemical lab technician, photography, and power engineering technician. And then when we go into postgraduate programs with the scholarship, we have many still, a lot of these open. We have applied manufacturing management, advanced photography, biomaterials and chemical laboratory analysis, business management, a few different business management programs. We have human resources and international business as well, Canadian culinary operations, cyber infrastructure specialist, e-learning design and training development, financial planning and wealth management. So if anybody take notes if you have any of these programs catch your eye and you have a question at the end. Hospitality management, interprofessional practice gerontology, occupational health and safety management, advanced project management, environmental, advanced project management, and strategic leadership, and lastly, sports business management.
So these programs are all available at Sarnia campus right now?
These are all available at the Sarnia campus, yes. Sorry, I believe chemical lab technician, is closed. I'm trying to think if any of these others have closed recently. And I'm pretty sure advanced project management environmental has closed as well. But other than that, the rest should be open. And again, the best time to apply for the fall intake, if that's when you're interested in beginning your studies, is now. Like I said, a few of these programs have already filled up, and we don't really have a set deadline where we close our programs. Just once we have enough strong students to fill all of our seats, then we have to close the program. So if you do see one on there that you're interested in, apply as soon as possible so that you can be sure that we'll review your application. So that's all I have for the presentation. I'll stop sharing my screen now. And again, everyone who listened, thank you very much. Thank you, Jasmine, Landmark, for allowing us to put this on. And let's answer some
It was a
questions.
great informative session, and we have some questions coming up. So, like, I'll ask you a few questions. Like, one is a major question, like how much gap is acceptable when you are giving an offer letter?
Um, we don't have what we'd say is a strict limit on gap from studies. Now, saying that, most students who do come here don't have a gap of greater than 5 years. So that's kind of like where it starts to get more difficult to gain acceptance is after 5 years. But if you can demonstrate on your application that you have like whatever program it is that you're interested in, you can kind of demonstrate the progression from your career into that program. So if you have this great work experience that relates to the program you're trying to enroll in, then we'll accept students with a greater gap than that. We don't usually like to say we do have a limit because if it makes sense and we believe that they're going to be an employable person when they come to Canada after they graduate, then the gap isn't really that important.
So you can send with your experience if you have, and you can apply with your experience letters, and then they will decide and assess you are eligible or not. But there is no any eligibility requirements. Another question which is coming up: like, are you accepting PTE?
PTE,
Yeah,
PTE.
like the Pearson test of English, except from
Oh,
IELTS.
right, right. No, the standard for us is IELTS, and that's all we are accepting right now. Is
So,
IELTS.
so I will like you. I like to explain everybody that PT is not acceptable. Only IELTS is acceptable by Lambton College. So it is one more question. Like High Commission declared that you can apply with general IELTS under SDS also. So is
We've
it
only
two
been
kind of,
taking IELTS with a TRF
yeah?
number that we can go verify then to make sure that an
But
IELTS.
there are two kinds of IELTS exams. One is general and one is academic. So do you think that you accept general IELTS for admission?
We do accept general IELTS for admission.
Okay. So there's another question coming up. Could you please confirm about e-learning graduate program if you already shared, but it is open for September intake? So all the programs to all the viewers, I can tell you that for September, Toronto and Mississauga is closed. And if you are looking forward to applying, Sarnia campus is open, and
Mhm.
you can go online and check that e-learning design and training development program is open at Sarnia campus. So
Yeah.
are we offering any scholarship on this program?
The e-learning design and development program does qualify, yes, for the $3,000 entrance scholarship.
So see, Lambton College is offering very, very attractive scholarship, which no other college is offering. So I'll tell you, Eric, no other college is offering right now $3,000 scholarship, and you guys are offering, which is like helping the students a lot. So students, if you're looking forward to applying in this program, I think you should grab this opportunity, and this is only for this fall 22. So what will like the fees is approximately coming between for all the programs is 20,000 to $25,000 for 2 years program.
Yeah.
So you can calculate it will be 10,000 to 12,000. So and there are not many affordable colleges in Ontario. So there's another question which I think I already took, that co-op is paid or not. So Eric answered that 60% of the co-op is paid, 40% may not be paid. But most of the programs are co-op. There are many programs. There are 33 programs which have the last intake as co-op.
Yes, yeah.
So,
Almost all of our programs have co-op, and if you are wondering if your program has co-op, when you're on your program page, you can go into the course list, and then you can always see if in that fourth semester where the co-op is located.
mm, a lot of questions coming up. Like, see, do not ask us about the visa success. We can just answer your eligibility or uh, there's another question like how much time Lambton College is taking to provide offer letters. I think they're pretty quick and there are a lot of offer letters coming within 7 to 10 days. Am I right, Eric?
Yeah, 7 to 10 days would be right. It can take up to a few weeks, but what we usually say is when applicants come through and they're very competitive, so they have, over, I know the minimum is 6.5, but if they have over a 7 and over 70%, they can get accepted within like 1 to 2 days. But yeah, typically 10 to 15 days, I'd say, is how long it takes to hear back.
Yes, BSc nursing students can opt for healthcare management and services. It is a relevant course, Sukman. Yes, it is a valid, it's a relative course.
Yes, we have a
So
lot of students from nursing backgrounds who take advanced healthcare leadership.
when see SOP, what about see, I will tell you in this show, we are just discussing Lambton College, and you should ask me about. Mehtab is asking Bachelor of Computer Application with 64%, and he wants to apply for postgraduate diploma in information technology. Yes, you can apply, Mehtab, and it is relevant. You can apply for postgraduate diploma, and there are certain you can say specializations which Lambton College is offering. So you can choose from them also because there are a lot of information technology specializations.
Yes, yeah, that'd be full stack software development, cyber infrastructure, cybersecurity, um, cloud computing. Yeah, there's a lot of different options there for computer applications graduate.
So if you are BCA, you have a lot of options to choose from. Financial planning and wealth management can be chosen by BCom, BBA, a student, or bachelor in economics, bachelor in accounting. You can choose that financial planning and wealth management. Avinash.
Yes, yeah, yeah. Pretty much any business specialization or background, there can be the logical progression into financial planning and wealth management.
So we have done the presentation before. If you missed it, you can go to the beginning of the live and you can see it again. So that is why I asked Eric to do a live YouTube live because it will be there always and students can see it anytime if they have missed it. So another question is coming up, what are the benefit of co-op program? So Eric, do you want to take it?
Yeah, for sure. The major benefit, I believe, of the co-op program is getting some Canadian work experience. So in Canada, it's less about when finding a job, it's a little bit less about your education and more about the skills that you have and your experience because they want to hire somebody who can come in and be able to do the job the right way, like immediately once they begin. So having the actual experience of working somewhere before and adding that to your resume makes you a lot more employable after you graduate in Canada, as well as, like we said, it can actually lead to a job for you for when you graduate. So, a lot of students, if they do well on their co op during what we call their audition period when they're on it, um, then they can actually get hired by that company because a lot of times companies do use co op positions to audition employees because they're not permanent. If they don't think they're doing a very good job after 4 months, then they can just let that person go. But if they do like them and think the work they're doing is really good, then they can usually offer them a full time position. So there's a lot of benefits to co-op. I mean, if you do get a paid co-op as well, there's the benefit of making some money as well as gaining experience. I think students definitely find doing a co-op very valuable.
So co-op is always helpful. As Eric said, it will help you to adding an experience and it can help an employer to hire you as a full-time employee and then you can easily apply for your another documents. And then there's a student who's saying that he applied to Lambton College on 11th December. He has 6.5 bands, and he applied in Sarnia campus office administration, and his offer letter is not received. So I will look into it, and I will send the detail to Lambton College, and we will look into it that how soon we can get your offer letter. So PTE is not accepted in Lambton College. So, and how many backlogs do you accept, Eric?
Most students who get accepted to Lambton College do have zero backlogs. Typically, we say no more than three, unless you have like some excellent, other factor to offset that. So if you had four backlogs, but you had like an 84% CGPA, then we might still accept that student. But yeah, typically no more than three is usually where uh, we draw the line when it comes to backlogs.
Yeah, so backlogs is three, and if it is zero, it is better. So I'll tell you the profile which are better are given offer letter of faster, and if the profile is weaker, then the offer letter takes time, or sometime it is rejected also. I have seen the system of Lambton College is quite quick, and we are working from Lambton College directly, and we are seeing that a lot of students are we are sending every intake to Lambton College. So Eric, do you want to say anything in the end? Any guidelines for the students?
All I would say is if you're considering applying to Lambton again, I would work with, Jasmine at Landmark Immigration, and then you guys have been great partners to us for a very long time. Appreciate you guys putting on this session, and thank you to everybody who's out there listening. Appreciate you taking the time, and hopefully we'll see a lot of you at Lambton College soon enough.
So thank you so much, Eric, for giving us time early in the morning. I think it's quite early there, and it is a great information session. And especially the students who are looking at scholarships and affordable options in Canada, I think you should apply as soon as possible. And for those who are interested to apply in Toronto or Mississauga, it will open up for January 23 on March in March, and we will get back to you then also, and maybe we can do another session with Eric then also. So thank you, Eric, for your
Yeah.
time.
Yes, you're very welcome. Sounds good. Okay.
Yeah,
Take care. Thank you.
yeah. Bye bye. Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye.